Okay, this is for Algebra 1. We're going to work with complex numbers this week. A complex number is often referred to as having I in it, and the I is the imaginary number, and I is equal to the square root of -1. If you took your calculator and you said, what's the square root of 25? It would tell you 5. If you said, what's the square root of -25? It would tell you error, non-real answer. That's because you can't find the square root of a negative number. Anytime you square a number, you're going to get something positive. So the way they've worked around it, they said, well, okay, I is the square root of -1, and I squared is equal to -1. When you're adding and subtracting complex numbers, all you have to do is combine like terms. And this is a whole lot like what we've done earlier in the year using x. If you had 3x plus 5x, you would know that that equals 8x. If you had 2 plus 4x plus 5 minus 2x, you would say 2 plus 5 is 7, and 4x minus 2x is a positive 2, so plus 2x. It works the same way, except we have i's. So if you have a plus in the middle, okay, then the parentheses do nothing, and you just find your like terms. So 6 and 4 are like terms. I and -5i are like terms. 6 plus 4 is 10. I is kind of like saying 1i. So 1 plus a -5, or you could say 1 minus 5, either way. So either 1 plus -5, which gives you -4, or 1 minus 5 also gives you -4. It doesn't matter which way you put it in your calculator. So anyway, we have -4i. Don't lose your i. And that is your answer. So looking at 3, because it works the same, 4 plus 4 is 8. And then -3i plus 5i, -3 plus 5 is 2, so plus 2i. Now, if there is a subtraction sign in the middle, then the second set of parentheses does mean something. And you've got to be careful. You've either got to do leave change opposite and change the signs, or just remember that you're subtracting. And so 8 minus 6 is 2, and 3 minus a -2. You might want to do that in your calculator. 3 minus a -2 is a positive 5, so plus 5i. So -3 minus 2 in your calculator would be a -5, and 5 minus a -1 in your calculator would be plus 6i. Number 5, you're going to say 3 minus 1 is 2. And you're going to say -4 minus 1 is minus 5i. Number 6, -4 plus 3 is a -1. 4 plus 2 is 6, so plus 6i. Number 7, you're going to say -1 minus 1. So you're going to say a -1 minus 1, and you get -2. So -2, and you have -3 minus -1. -3 minus -1. And you get -2, so you would say minus 2i. Okay, especially when you're dealing with the subtraction ones, you really want to use your calculator. -3 plus 1 is a -2. 2i plus a -i is going to be, say, plus i. Number 9, you're going to say 3 minus 5 is a -2. You're going to say -3 minus -5. So use your calculator. -3 minus -5, and you get a positive 2, so plus 2i. So here we have a 3 minus 4 is -1, and we have a 3 minus 1 is 2, so plus 2i. Going to the back, that is the end. You're ready for your notes. It was a really short, are you ready for your assignment? Really short notes. There's not a lot to this, but don't rush, because signs will cause you to miss the problems, okay? Use your calculator. Be careful with your signs. Call me over if you have questions.